All right, y'all. So we're still on vacation. So I'm not really going to dig in and do any kind of breakdowns or anything, but I do want to talk today. I'm going to give you guys a comment question, and I want you to really think about this. What is going to be the most surprising team out of the SEC this year? Okay? That's what I want you to think about. And I'm going to give you my number one surprise team out of the SEC. I think it's going to be a team. Actually, I have two. Now that I'm thinking about it, I may have three. Last year, I think the big surprise, the team out of the SEC would have to be Vanderbilt, simply because, you know, they got that Diego Pavia kid. He ripped Alabama a new one last year, but so I think they were the big surprise. They're not going to sneak up on anybody this year. My big surprise team this year, I think, is going to be the South Carolina Gamecocks, and I'm going to tell you why. Me and my son here were playing on NCAA 25 today, and I got to playing with South Carolina's team. Now, I know we're just talking about the video game, but they got some dogs. Nick Harbor, he's like a created player, dude. He's insane. So I think, and this quarterback they got, I think, you know, he could be sneaky one of the best players in the one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC. My second surprise team this year is going to be the Florida Gators. Now, both of these teams have really good quarterbacks. The quarterback at Florida, you know, we got to see flashes of him last year towards the end of the year. And I think this year, you know, you're going to see him. And I think he might end up being one of the best quarterbacks in this league. So those are going to be my two surprise teams. I also think Oklahoma's going to take a big step forward. That John Mateer kid that they've got, you know, he's another transfer out of Washington State. The last transfer out of Washington State ended up being pretty darn good down there in Miami and ended up becoming the first pick. So those are my three really big surprise teams of this year. South Carolina, Florida Gators, and the Oklahoma Sooners. I want you to put your top three surprise teams in the SEC in the comments section and tell me why. I love you guys. This is the last full day I'm here on vacation, so I'm just trying to soak it up and hang out with the family as long as I can. I love y'all, and have a good day, and roll tide.